morning, friends. Welcome back to Just Writes a Book. I am Jess. Today is Wednesday, June 11th, and it is day 6 of the 75 Soft Challenge for authors. Okay, guys, so it is about 7:43 now. I am just about 10 minutes away from work, and let me tell you, I did not realize what a difference my morning routine and the things that I focus on in the morning could have. I didn't realize the effect they could have on the rest of my morning, potentially the rest of the day, my attitude. I feel so much better today than I did yesterday. I didn't realize how much getting up and just getting ready and taking off to work and just immediately being like in a work mindset would affect me, would affect my overall mood, my attitude, my motivation for the day, my time management, just everything. This morning I woke up, I did the first thing on my morning routine list, which was to do some like morning pages, but not 3 minutes or 3 pages worth. I did 5 minutes of I just did them in the notes app on my phone, and then I got up, got Lily downstairs, made some coffee, and I sat down and went through the rest of my morning routine. I was able to get a little bit of movement in. I did some stretching because my back has been bothering me, and I'm always amazed by how much just 10 minutes of stretching can help my back feel so much better than it did when I woke up. I was able to do my morning prayers in the Bible app. I was able to look at my planner and get a win list for the day put together and just kind of familiarize myself with what's on my planner for the day. I was able to journal in my 5-year journal, and I ended up doing some writing as well. You'll see clips of that here in a little bit. But yeah, just the complete opposite of how I started the day yesterday, and it has already made such a difference. So I think today is going to be much better of a day. But today's focus is not on motivation and time management and all those things and balance. That was all yesterday. So I'll probably try to redo that vlog next week. Today is going to be all about the Hollow Crown. So as of today, June 11th, I am in the final stretches of writing the first draft of the Hollow Crown. I am in the 3rd act. I'm about 7 or 8 chapters into that act, and I would say I have maybe 5 chapters left, maybe 5 or 6. I have written this book with pretty short chapters, so what I think will be one chapter sometimes ends up being multiple chapters because I'm trying to keep that same cadence of that same pattern of short chapters throughout the whole book. I don't want to have short 200-300 word chapters for 90% of the book, and then all of a sudden towards the end have 1,000 word chapters. I want to keep it consistent, so that could end up changing, but I think maybe it's going to be about 5 or 6 more chapters. I am very excited to be getting through this final stretch. I had the idea for this story and for this series in March, and we are now in June, and I have basically written the first book, which is crazy. I have a whole series Bible for the rest of the series. I have 15 book ideas, and many of them already have bare bones, not full outlines, but at least a paragraph or some sentences of what I want the book to be about and how they're going to interconnect. I'm very excited to continue with the series. I don't know if I will jump right into the next book as soon as the Hollow Crown is done. I know that the next book will be a Little Mermaid retelling, based on the connectivity between the books. I think that's the most natural next step. But I don't know if I'll jump right into it. I have a bunch of, I say short stories, but honestly I don't think they're going to end up being short stories because they're already kind of long, that I have started probably two or three of them maybe that I would love to keep working on. So I might maybe let that be my focus for the rest of the summer. After I finish the Hollow Crown, let the Hollow Crown sit for a bit, I will send the rest of it to my alpha readers and then just kind of let it sit. I don't know when I'll get to revisions. I have Twisted Loyalties that also needs to, I need to get into draft 2 for, then I'll have the Hollow Crown to get into draft 2 for. I also have what I call Project Train that I wrote in 2023, I think. And that is basically done. I think maybe I have a few chapters left in the third act in draft 1. So I'd love to finish that at some point. And then if I can do that, I will have 3 full-length novels that are done, that have first drafts done. And then whatever comes of these short stories. So I think that's really great, forward momentum. Those are great goals to have. So the biggest difference in writing the Hollow Crown compared to those other stories is that I wrote this entire draft, which is crazy to me. I jumped in on Belle Brooks' sprint that she did this morning. I didn't write for it. I was doing my stretches and stuff, but I jumped in to say hi to everybody and support her and all the things. But I did chat for a little bit and was mentioning how I wrote this whole draft, and that has been kind of in my mind this morning because I knew obviously that I had discovered in it, but it hadn't really fully dawned on me, I think, or my brain hadn't really processed the fact that this entire draft I've written close to 40,000 words off of one little spark of an idea, and it just kind of took off. I did a little bit of outlining and brainstorming, but very minimal, and that was towards the beginning. So it's definitely something different, and I'm actually really proud of that fact. This is definitely one of the most complex stories that I've written. This is my first time since I fully embraced writing that I'm doing anything with fantasy elements. Everything that I've written previously has been romance, contemporary. The last time I wrote anything that was fantastical was back when I used to write family opera fan fiction, which was years and years ago when I was in high school. So embracing a new genre, going off of this little spark of an idea, not outlining and plotting, all the things. I'm really proud of all those things. So yeah, I'm very excited to keep moving forward and to get this project finished. Okay guys, welcome back. It is once again much later. It is now about 9:30. I am just about getting ready to wrap up this vlog and get into the shower and ready for bed. But I thought that it would be good to keep this routine of doing a little wrap up at the end of the night. So let me grab my little book here and I can tell you guys what I accomplished today. I did not get to show you guys as much as I would have liked today, or not really showing you, but talked you through as much as I would have liked today, because where I am in the story, because I'm at the end of the story, there are a lot of things that are happening that you guys don't know about yet, especially those of you who have alpha read the first part of the story, and I don't want to give anything away. I don't want to give away spoilers. So it's hard for me to really tell you what's going on. I can tell you, I think, so a few weeks ago I did a video basically laying out the entire plot of the Hollow Crown. I think in that video I did mention that there's a curse element to the story. This is Sleeping Beauty retelling, so obviously part of that fairy tale is a curse. And the way I do the curse is a little bit different. Obviously it's a retelling, so I switched things up a bit. I'm currently at the part where the curse is starting to
come to its end, and everything is kind of coming to a head, and we are starting to find we're coming to a conflict, and then obviously there's going to be like resolution, and there's a few different ways that it could go, that the story could end, and I'm trying to decide which one I want to go with. One of them is very me, and it's very like on brand for me and my reading tastes. I think that's probably what I am going to end up going with, but we will see. So yeah, I ended up writing 647 words today, which is awesome. Again, my like overall goal is 500 words a day, so I did that. And actually I'm gonna go ahead and check these off while I talk to you guys. So 647 words, so that is done. 3 pieces of content. I did post today's vlog, so that is 1 piece of content. We posted on my husband's account again today, so that is another piece of content. I have not done a 3rd piece of content, so technically that one is not fully done yet. Maybe I'll post another one before I go to sleep and kind of round that one out, but as of right now it has not yet been done. I did surpass my 5,000 steps for the day, I think. No, I was so close. I'm at 4,300. So I didn't hit my 5,000, but I definitely did a lot better than yesterday, and that is what I'm kind of trying to remind myself. And so while I didn't get 5,000 steps yesterday, I think I ended the day at like 2,300. So I basically almost doubled that amount of steps. So that's awesome. I will take that. Again, I didn't do the evening routine. Work has been so busy that I haven't been able to get as much done at work as I would like. So when I get home, I don't have a choice but to take time to finish uploading the vlogs and write and get all the things done. Our internet, we changed internet providers, which was a mistake because our internet is so slow now. We're actually gonna call back tomorrow and switch back because this is not working. It took me like 3 hours to upload a 16-minute video today. Yesterday the other day, I think to get the weekend vlog uploaded, it took like 8 hours literally, if not longer. So it's not working, so we're gonna change that back tomorrow. So hopefully I can get more into a groove as these days go along, and I can get that evening routine just as set as I have the morning routine. 40 ounces of water, did not get, but I did drink 2 of the bottles that I have at work, which I think was about 30 ounces, or maybe not that much. Might have been about, actually probably wasn't that much. It was probably like 20 ounces. And then I do have my bottle here that I have been drinking. This is 20 ounces as well. So if I can drink this before I go to sleep, that will be my 40 ounces. So maybe I can still do that. Tracking food, I did do that. Staying in a deficit, I actually did do that today because I planned ahead and meal prepped, which I did do tonight for tomorrow's lunch, which is awesome. Better sleep. Again, my goal was to be asleep, to shower at 9 and be like in bed by 9:30. It's 9:30 now, so that's obviously not happening. Again, just have to work on it. Knitting, I did do a little bit of knitting earlier, so I did that one. VA work, I did do some VA work earlier. I had some emails that I needed to send out, some gifts for my client who's a realtor that I need to send out. I do have some content stuff that I need to do for a small business. She's a baker in Maryland. I really should do that tonight, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I may have to just post something in for her like first thing in the morning. Learning, again, I did not do, and I have my alpha reads on here, which I did not do. You guys, if you are one of the people that I'm alpha reading for, Beth, I know I have your project. CK, I don't know if CK watches these, but he's something too. Ian, I'm so sorry. I'm still slowly making my way through Blank Space, I think is the first book. I'm slowly making my way through them, guys. Work has been crazy, and now with Lily and everything with my grandfather, it's just, since like November, it seems like things have been nonstop, so I'm so sorry, you guys. So as of right now, like I said, I can't tell you much about the Hollow Crown, which I feel kind of bad about because that was kind of the point of this video. But we did talk about it some. I can't tell you that I'm currently 45 chapters in. I think that we're going to be close to 50 chapters by the time we're done. Currently, the manuscript, this first draft is sitting at 40,000 words. My goal is to get to 45,000 by the end of the draft. Also, that reminds me, I was talking about short stories. I think it was this vlog earlier today, and how those will be the last thing, or the next things that I work on. Earlier today, Maylee in our Discord did 2 like story times where all of us in the Discord will submit snippets of our writing, and she reads them, and she does an absolutely phenomenal job. But I had her read a snippet from Silent Strength, which I keep thinking of as a short story, and then when I was going through it to find something to send her, I realized that I have 40,000 words written in that story. That is not a short story. That's literally the length of the Hollow Crown. So I don't know why I keep thinking of it as a short story. It's like a full-on book, and it's not even done. I think I'm only like 20 chapters into that, if that. That one is definitely going to be long and needs some like paring down. But yeah, that I was thinking about that earlier now, how I had told you guys that it was a short story, and it is not. So yeah, I think that is basically it for now. Thank you guys so much for all the support on these videos. It has been a challenge to get them up and edited. Not edited so much. I actually really like editing them day to day. It's been a lot quicker. Getting them up has been challenging because of our internet, but hopefully after tomorrow that will be fixed. So yeah, I hope that you guys are liking these. I hope that you're liking that I'm trying to have a different kind of theme and focus for each day. Let me know down below what you think. Let me know how your writing is going. How is your week going? If you work a full-time job, let me know how you guys manage that, how you balance it. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Happy writing, and I will see you tomorrow.